Boots, saddles, and spurs are the order of the day as we sample some Western hospitality this week at the Albion Ranch in Maple Ridge. Good evening and welcome to Red's Classic Theater. We're with Larry Foss and his friends here at the Albion Ranch, which is fast becoming the all-round center for cowboy culture, horse training, and Western education. We'll talk with Larry Foss a little later in the program and have him show us around his 40-acre ranch. Our movie this week is the 1964 Western, A Fistful of Dollars. It stars Clint Eastwood. At the time, Eastwood had already starred on TV in the Rawhide series, but he was still far from famous, a situation this movie would quickly change. And we urge you to stay tuned to Red's Classic Theater tonight. A little later on, we'll give you the opportunity of winning tickets to Clint Eastwood's new movie, Unforgiven. But right now, here's Act One of A Fistful of Dollars, starring Clint Eastwood. We're enjoying the Western life with Larry Foss and friends at the Albion Ranch in Maple Ridge. And the ranch is a versatile place. Here, quarter horses are trained for pleasure riding or for ranch jobs like cutting cattle or team roping. The indoor arena is used for everything from barn dances and cowboy poetry readings to lessons on horsemanship and cowboy culture for the kids. And with all this going on, it's hard to believe there's still time to run a breeding operation for quarter horses and Arabians. We'll be back with more from the Albion Ranch in a moment. With me is Larry Foss, who is the owner and manager of the Albion Ranch. And I understand, Larry, that you have children's day programs during the summer here at the Albion Ranch.
Yes, we do. They follow through the week, Monday right through Friday daily. And it's broken up into three parts. The one part is on cowboy culture and crafts, and practical horsemanship, and theory horsemanship. The cowboy culture is an important part of our past, and we've learned that from our elders. We're presenting it to our children so that culture will stay valid in everybody's lives for our future.
Now, if they want to enroll their children in this day program during the summer, what number do they call, Larry?
They would phone the Albion Ranch number, which is 467-8602, right in Maple Ridge.
Thank you very much, Larry. And now let's get back to A Fistful of Dollars. Clint Eastwood is starring in A Fistful of Dollars on Red's Classic Theater. The storyline for tonight's movie was not original, but borrowed from a samurai film crafted by Japanese filmmaker Akira Kurosawa. And crew members working on the film were concerned about U.S. audience response to another Italian Western. So they created pseudonyms to disguise their nationalities. For instance, director Sergio Leone became known as Bob Robertson, and composer Ennio Morricone, well, he became known as Dan Savia. As for Clint Eastwood, he had to adapt himself to his role as an impassive, tight-lipped loner. For one thing, he had to learn how to smoke the slim cheroot that became one of his trademarks. A Fistful of Dollars proved to be enormously popular at the box office, giving Leone the capital he needed to finance two more spaghetti westerns, also starring Clint Eastwood. They were For a Few Dollars More and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And at our next break, we'll give you the opportunity of winning tickets to Clint Eastwood's new Western, Unforgiven. But right now, back to Clint Eastwood in A Fistful of Dollars. Instead of our regular mailbag feature this week, we've got tickets to give away. Tickets to Clint Eastwood's brand new Western, his first in many years, called Unforgiven, which opens at theaters everywhere August 7th.
You'd be William Mundy out of Missouri. Kill women and children.
Killed just about everything that walks or crawled at one time or another. And I'm here to kill you, Little Bill.
Now, before I give you the phone number for the tickets, let me tell you what's going to be happening the night of the premiere at the theater. You could be the winner of a trip for two to 108 Resort in the Caribou. Transportation provided by BC Rail. So if you're interested in tickets to see Clint Eastwood's new film and a chance to win a trip for two to 108 Resort, call this number right now. 604-681-1212. That's 604-681-1212. And while you're doing that, we'll say thanks to Country 1130 and Warner Brothers for co-sponsoring with us tonight. And now back to A Fistful of Dollars. Hope you're enjoying A Fistful of Dollars starring Clint Eastwood on Red's Classic Theater. And by the way, if you've been calling TV 12 to get tickets to Clint Eastwood's new movie, Unforgiven, thank you very much, but all the tickets are gone. Thanks for your response. You know, spaghetti westerns shot Clint Eastwood's popularity to new heights. As a matter of fact, all through the 1970s, Clint Eastwood was among Hollywood's top box office draws. He added a few more westerns to his credits, including Hang 'em High, and 2 mules for Sister Sarah. In between, Eastwood also tried his hand at singing in the Western musical Paint Your Wagon. In 1971, Eastwood made his directing debut with Play Misty for Me, a thriller in which he also starred. And then came the role of Harry Callahan, hard-nosed modern-day cop in a string of movies including Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and The Deadpool. Eastwood also stretched his range with 2 comedies, Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. But his co-star, an orangutan called Clyde, got all the laughs. And now back to Clint Eastwood in A Fistful of Dollars. From Albion Ranch, it's time for our movie trivia quiz. In 1986, Clint Eastwood starred in a movie about the Marines that depicted a real-life event. See if you can name the picture and the event it was based on. I'll be back with the answer in a moment. Here's the answer to our trivia question. The 1986 movie that starred Clint Eastwood as a hell-raising Marine sergeant who whips a squad of recruits into shape was Heartbreak Ridge. And the real-life event that served as the film's backdrop was the U.S. invasion of Grenada. And now let's return to Clint Eastwood in A Fistful of Dollars. Well, that brings our show to a close for this week. Hope you enjoyed A Fistful of Dollars starring Clint Eastwood. And be sure to join us next Sunday night on Red's Classic Theater for the musical West Side Story. It stars Natalie Wood, Richard Beamer, and Rita Moreno. If there's a motion picture you'd like to see or the suggestion of a location like the Albion Ranch, write to Red Robinson, KBOS-TV in Vancouver. We'd like to thank Larry Foss, the owner and manager of the Albion Ranch, for his hospitality. If you'd like to find out more about the activities for the family here at the Albion Ranch, call Larry at 467-8602. That's 467-8602. And join us next Sunday night for West Side Story. From the Albion Ranch, thank you for being with us, and good night, everybody.